What's up, everybody? So we're here with El Blanco Grande, I think is what he calls it. So we got this old console from the junkyard, and all right, y'all, we're back. Also forgot to cut the compressor off, but it's all good. Yeah, so this come out of a 2006, I believe, truck, and we're gonna make it work in this 99 dually. So yeah, but what I did is stripped it all down, got all the wires out of it, and there's an amp that was built in here. So here's an amp. Subwoofer there, all the wires. Only thing we're gonna keep in here is in the little charging ports or cigarette lighter ports, whatever we're gonna call them. And I'm gonna make a piece that blocks this off. I don't think we're gonna use anything back there. Then look over here. We got the gauges for the airbags. I'm gonna fabricate something. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I'm gonna try to stick it in here somehow. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So just picking away at it. It's a million screws to hold this thing together. And, I've actually put some of the pieces back on already. I had it stripped on way on down to get that amp out. And them wires. Yeah, that's what I'm doing today. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, we can. This stool is dead. As you see, I got the airlines ran up through the floor under the carpet here. And I don't know if you've ever seen them there or not. It looks just like it. And I got 2 airlines going to each side on the back to the airbags, and those tie in here. And then this right here comes from the front. There's another airline that comes from the front in the compressor. It runs to the back, feeds all this. But yeah, that's what I got going on today. Cut that light off. Make me look like the evil devil. Evil man with red eyes.
Well, Matt's over here working on the dually, getting that 2006 console ready to put in it. I'm sanding on the doors so we can get them on, get it on the truck, and get it out of here because we're waiting to do the intake work that I want to do because it's just taking up too much space. Both the 67 Mustang and Karls 67 and Fred and Becky's 68, we got these cars pretty well stripped out this last week. Built dollies for the front of them so they can we can roll these cars around without having to use go jacks all the time. And we got plenty of Mustangs, so I don't think that having front end dollies for them laying around is going to hurt us. Fred and Becky's car, pretty much no rust on it. Karl's car got a little bit of rust on it. If you come over here, that rail right there is a little bit rusty. The car's rusted in really weird places that it really shouldn't be rusted in, but it is. We got this rail over here. We're going to have to address that. Of course, the aprons where you saw we've got rust holes in the 4 aprons, the front and rear, right and left. We're going to repair these. We're not going to replace them because there's really no rust anywhere else. So we're just going to cut this out, get to the bottom piece, fix that, and then make a top piece for it. The back's pretty solid on Karl's car. We got some issues with the quarter panels where, you know, a lot of places, if you're going to be on an extreme budget, they're just going to mud this up, repair it, whatever. We got to get in here because the lip is gone from the outer wheelhouse, both front and rear. This quarter's rusty inside up to about here. So there's really no saving this. We're going to skin it. And we'll show you the correct way, not this way, but we'll show you the correct way to skin these quarters. The other side is exactly the same way, with rust all the way around the wheel well. So in order to repair it and stop it, the pieces have to be replaced. There's no way around that. Got it all stripped out. Both these cars are ready for a little more thorough sandblasting as soon as it stops raining. We get tornadoes and then we get 5 days of rain. So we're kind of fighting the weather on these cars, but he's moving right along. We're getting these wrapped up. And what else? We got the other two Mustangs here from Steve Poole, both K-Code 289 car, 4-speed cars. So those are kind of cool. And probably got another one coming from Smith County, which is going to be a pretty exciting project when we get into that one. That one's going to be a little bit different than what we're doing on these cars. So you'll have that to look forward to. Not a super ton of exciting stuff going on down here this week, but we're making progress. It's just progress that we may be doing the same thing for 8 hours, so it's kind of hard to show you all that. But thank everybody for liking and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, we're at right now about 60% of the views on our videos are from unsubscribed watchers that continue to watch. They're returning users. Just click on subscribe, click on like, share it with people, comment with us back and forth. I try and answer as many comments as I can, but the subscriptions don't cost anything. They help us out, gets our numbers up, makes YouTube and AdSense happy. So let's concentrate on pushing that. Let's everybody subscribe. Something fell down next door. But in the meantime, we're going to get back to work. I'm doing some sanding. He's on the interior and the airlines of that, and we're going to get the stick back on these Mustangs, and I'm going to order pizza. So we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey y'all, Austin here. These are the doors that Jim said he was sanding on. And another one there, and there. And now I'm going to go show y'all the two Mustangs. Here's the two Mustangs. See the parts. There to the other Mustang. They are to be sandblasted. But yeah. This one is a lot farther along than this one. That's the hood. Yeah. So the front fenders for Fed and Becky's Mustang just came in. The man working on that Mustang have the other one right now. I'll just show you what it looked like once it out of the box. Here's what it looks like. Just a fender.
All right, we got our fenders already from CJ's Pony Parts, which was kind of a surprise. I didn't think they would come this quick, but we fit them on. They're never perfect, but they are much better than what was on the car. So Fred and Becky's Mustang came just leaps and bounds in the last week. Karls Mustang, he started working on that. We're getting these cars ready for the sandblaster, so when he comes, there's a lot of sandblasting for him to do. We got to get both quarter panels for this car, because this one is inside. I showed you earlier in the video, it's rusty up to here on the inside, but your outer wheelhouses are also bad. So we got to get this off of there so we can see those outer wheelhouses and see exactly what we need. And then again on the inner panel, there's a little bit of rust there. And then as far as I can tell, most of the rust work is done on this car. We've braced it with our door supports because it's a convertible and it will flex. As soon as we take those quarter panels off there, it's going to want to move a little bit. Now it can't. So even though our door gaps are, I'm not even going to get into that. But Bennett'sHotRods.com for our merchandise. We have t-shirts. Not everything we have is up there yet. We're going to work on that this weekend. but we do have shirts and some decals and things like that. So we got other stuff coming up there too. We appreciate all of that support. Every little bit helps. We do get paid to work on these cars, but the money that comes from just the incidental stuff, that's day-to-day money, and it's nice. So we appreciate you guys jumping in and helping us out like that. So if any have any questions, I always answer. You know that. Eric Conway, thank you for your t-shirt purchase. You've been with us since just about day one, so I appreciate that. We put a couple extra things in there for you. So we'll probably won't see you this weekend. Maybe we will. I don't know. Depends on what happens. If there's a fire or something big happens, I don't know. We should have most of the interior in El Blanco Grande this weekend, and I know that a lot of you aren't real super thrilled watching us work on our own cars. We don't do that very often, but this one came in, and the project kind of snowballed a little beyond where I thought it would, but it's the same with the Restoration. It's just a newer truck. So we'll talk to you again. Thank you for watching.